Yankees fans, buckle up because the past 24 hours in the Bronx have been nothing short of wild. When you talk about rivalries in sports, Yankees versus Red Sox sits on the throne, and this weekend series reminded everyone why. From bold trash talk by a Red Sox rookie to Aaron Judge turning Yankee Stadium into a launching pad. This was one of those games that reminded us all why we bleed pinstripes. It all kicked off before a single pitch was thrown. Hunter Dobbins, a fresh face from the Red Sox farm system, was set to make his very first start in the big leagues. You'd expect some nerves, maybe a cliche about how honored he felt to face the Yankees in their historic ballpark. But no! Dobbins decided to go in a completely different direction. Straight for the jugular. Hours before game time, the rookie told a local reporter something that lit a fire across the baseball world. He said, and I quote, "If the Yankees were the last team to offer me a contract, I'd retire." That's not hyperbole. That's not rookie nerves. That's a statement, and not just any statement, one that makes you an instant villain in the Bronx. Now, look, rivalries are built on emotion, on history, on generations of players who either embraced the fire or got burned by it. Dobbins didn't just embrace the fire, he poured lighter fluid on it. The guy grew up in a Red Sox family. He's been hating the Yankees since before he even understood what a curveball was. So when Boston called his name, he didn't just accept the rivalry, he became it. But here's the thing, Yankee Stadium is not the place to test that kind of bravado. Not when Aaron Judge is standing in the other dugout, bottom of the first inning, the crowd buzzing, Bronx air thick with anticipation. Ben Rice leads off with a clean single, setting the table. And then it's Judge, the captain, the face of the Yankees, the guy who's been here, done that, and bought the rivalry t-shirt more times than we can count. On Dobbins' very first pitch, his first ever in a major league stadium, Judge absolutely unloads. 436 feet, opposite field. The kind of homer that doesn't just put numbers on the board, it echoes. It wasn't just a swing, it was a response, a statement of his own. Welcome to the rivalry, rookie. And get this, that moonshot was Judge's second longest opposite field home run in his career. That's how hard he punished that pitch. And in the most poetic twist possible, it came off the very guy who hours earlier said he'd retire before donning the pinstripes. You can't write a better script than that. After the game, of course, people wanted reactions. Yankees skipper Aaron Boone was asked about the comments, and in classic Boone fashion, he kept it cool. Said it wasn't a dig at the Yankees players. Just showed the rookie's passion for his team. Boone didn't take the bait, but you could see the smirk behind his words. Jazz Chisholm Jr., the new spark plug in the Yankees infield, had a more modern take. He actually loved the trash talk. Went online and said baseball needs more of it. And honestly, he might be right. Trash talk can light a fire under players. And fans alike. But only if you're ready to back it up, because on this day, the Bronx Bombers were the ones doing the talking with their bats. Dobbins didn't make it out unscathed. Not even close. He gave up 2 home runs, Judge's rocket, and a solo shot by DJ LeMahieu later in the game, and was pulled after 5 innings with 3 earned runs. Not a disaster on the stat sheet, but considering the pregame theatrics, it looked a whole lot worse. The Yankees lineup made sure his welcome to the show included a healthy dose of reality. This rivalry isn't for the timid. Right now, Dobbins holds a record of 2 wins and 1 loss with an earned run average hovering just over 4 across 9 starts. Not terrible, but maybe next time he lets his pitching do the talking before he gives the Bronx more bulletin board material. But that was just the beginning of the chaos in the Bronx. Because while Saturday gave the Yankees faithful a moment of catharsis with Judge's bomb and the offense firing early, Sunday's finale brought it all crashing down, and in the most painful way possible. This wasn't just a loss, this was a collapse. Final score, 11-7 in favor of Boston. But numbers alone can't capture how deflating this one felt. Let's start with Carlos Rodon. He came into the game riding a wave of dominance. 4 straight starts allowing 1 or fewer runs. 0 home runs surrendered in that span, looking every bit like the ace the Yankees hoped for. But on this day, that streak vanished in a hurry. Rodon got knocked around, giving up 5 earned runs, including 2 homers in just 5 innings. His command wavered, his fastball lost its bite, and the Red Sox lineup smelled blood in the water, even with that early surge from Judge and DJ LeMahieu, who combined to give the Yankees a 3-2 lead heading into the middle innings. It didn't last. The sixth inning unraveled fast. Rodon hit Rafael Devers on the forearm, walked Rob Refsnyder, and then left a fastball over the plate that Carlos Narvaez didn't miss. A 3-run shot that flipped the game on its head. From there, it was a bullpen implosion. Fernando Cruz came in and briefly looked sharp, striking out his first batter, but then it all came undone. A double here, a single there, a walk to load the bases. Cruz couldn't find the strike zone when it mattered. That forced Boone to bring in Tim Hill, who had been reliable all season with the bases loaded. Until now, Hill gave up a 2-run single to Jarren Duran, and just like that, it was 7-3, and Yankee Stadium went quiet. That eerie, familiar silence of a game slipping away. But the Bombers didn't quit. Judge walked. Cody Bellinger slapped a single. Paul Goldschmidt took a walk to load the bases. Then Jazz Chisholm Jr. brought one home with a sac fly. Anthony Volpe hit a sharp liner off pitcher Garrett Whitlock's leg that scored another. Suddenly it was 7-5, and the place roared back to life. The Yankees were in it. But just when it felt like the tide might turn, DJ LeMahieu grounded out, stranding the bases loaded and halting the comeback cold. And then came the 8th inning. Disaster again. Jonathan Loaiziga came in to try and stop the bleeding. He got through the 7th clean, but couldn't hold in the 8th. Back-to-back home runs by Abraham Toro and Trevor Story blew the game wide open. Brent Hedrick gave up a towering blast in the 9th to Rafael Devers, and with that, Boston tied their franchise record for most homers in a single game at the new Yankee Stadium, 5 bombs total. That's not just losing, that's getting embarrassed. Yes, Judge hit his second homer of the game in the 9th, bringing his total to 43 career multi-home run games, tying him with Lou Gehrig for third most in Yankees history. And yes, the offense showed heart down to the final out, but it wasn't enough. Not when the pitching staff gives up 11 runs. Not when the bullpen looks shaky. Not when you're in a rivalry series and surrender 5-run innings in back-to-back games. Something that hadn't happened in over 60 contests. That's the kind of stat that keeps managers up at night. The kind that screams for a reset. The Yankees now head to Kansas City to face the Royals after a much-needed off day. Max Fried is scheduled to take the mound, tasked with stopping the bleeding and getting this rotation back on track. He'll face Noah Cameron, and that matchup will be under the spotlight. Because make no mistake, this Yankees team is in win-now mode, and these cracks in the foundation can't be ignored. But the story doesn't end there. While all eyes were on the Red Sox series, the Yankees made a move that flew a bit under the radar but could end up having real value down the stretch. On Sunday evening, they claimed utility man C.J. Alexander off waivers from the Oakland Athletics. Not a name that'll light up headlines, but dig a little deeper, and this might be one of those quiet moves that pays off in the long run. Alexander is a 28-year-old lefty bat who originally came up through the Atlanta Braves system. After being drafted in the 20th round back in 2018, he finally cracked the big leagues with the Kansas City Royals in 2024, before landing briefly with the A's earlier this season. His numbers in the majors so far? Not great. Just 4 hits in 25 plate appearances, barely breaking a 300 OPS. But sometimes stats don't tell the full story. At the AAA level, Alexander has flashed something the Yankees bench is missing. Legit left-handed power. Across nearly 100 plate appearances in AAA, he's hit .264 with a 330 on base percentage and launched 42 home runs in his career at that level. That kind of pop from the left side is rare, and it's exactly the kind of depth the Yankees need, especially when you look at their current bench options. Most of the infield depth, DJ LeMahieu, Oswald Peraza, Pablo Reyes, are right-handed. Adding a versatile lefty to the mix could give Aaron Boone more matchup flexibility, particularly in late-game situations. Alexander isn't just a one-position guy either. He has significant experience at third base, currently manned by Jazz Chisholm Jr., but he can also play first base and both corner outfield spots. That's the kind of Swiss Army knife player who could become essential if injuries start to pile up, or if someone in the lineup goes cold at the wrong time. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers are swirling around the baseball world as rumors emerge that Kris Bryant, one of the sport's brightest stars, could be on the verge of signing a major deal with the New York Yankees. According to sources close to the situation, the Yankees are reportedly preparing to offer Bryant a 4-year contract that would bring the talented third baseman and outfielder to the iconic Bronx Bombers roster. Bryant, known for his explosive bat and solid defense, has been one of Major League Baseball's premier talents since bursting onto the scene with the Chicago Cubs. Over the years, he has consistently proven his value as a versatile player capable of impacting the game in multiple ways. If the deal comes to fruition, it would mark a significant shift not only for Bryant's career, but also for the Yankees lineup, which has been seeking reinforcements to strengthen their playoff ambitions. Speculation suggests that the contract on the table is designed to make Bryant a key piece in New York's pursuit of championship glory. The Yankees, who have been quietly building a competitive roster, appear to be betting on Bryant's ability to contribute both offensively and defensively in a variety of roles. While nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders indicate that discussions have been progressing rapidly and both sides seem eager to finalize an agreement. The buzz around Bryant's potential move to the Yankees has ignited excitement among fans and analysts alike. Many see this as a strategic acquisition that could alter the balance of power in the American League East, a division already packed with formidable contenders. The addition of a player of Bryant's caliber might provide the Yankees with the depth and firepower needed to mount a serious challenge against rivals like the Boston Red Sox and Tampa Bay Rays. As with any high-profile transaction, there are still unanswered questions about the finer details, such as the exact financial terms, potential incentives, and how Bryant will fit into the Yankees' current roster configuration. However, the persistent rumors of a 4-year deal highlight the strong interest from both parties and the likelihood that this could become one of the marquee signings of the offseason. For Bryant, joining the Yankees would represent an exciting new chapter, offering him the chance to showcase his talents on one of baseball's biggest stages. For the Yankees, it could mean the arrival of a dynamic player who brings experience, skill, and a winning mentality. As the story develops, all eyes will remain on New York, waiting to see if this tantalizing rumor transforms into a headline that reshapes the MLB landscape. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.